welcome. Hi. Hi, everyone. Welcome to my bi-weekly live about immigration news in US. I am Marina Shepelsky, and I'm an American, a US immigration lawyer for over 23 years. And I'm here to talk about immigration news, what's happening in the United States. We're going to talk about topics that you are concerned about, what you are worried about, what you are thinking about, and I will answer your questions at the end, and we will go over the information that you need. Nothing I say in the show is intended as legal advice to anyone. This is for information and entertainment and education purposes only. I'm here to discuss news. I'm here to answer questions generally. To get very individualized legal advice, please call us for a consultation. My information is in the profile. And Nasir Abdullah V9D says, Happy New Year and welcome back to office. Oh my gosh, Happy New Year once again to all of my followers. Thank you so much for watching. This year is about you guys, about your attention, your following. You are making this world a better place and you're making it much better for me. I'm going to ask you to drop in the comments a hello, where you're watching me from, and where you, if you were in America and you're an immigrant, where did you come from initially, right? Okay, and Steve wants to know if he can appointment, if I'm back to the office and he can book an appointment now. Yes, I'm back to the office. You can call us. You can click on our website. There's a link right on the homepage, how to schedule your consultation. And I'm really happy to speak to you. We are back to the office. Thank you very much. All right, so let's talk about me a little bit for our new followers because we do have a lot of new followers. I'm an immigrant. I came from Ukraine. This was at that time USSR, like 35, almost, actually, I think it's 36 years ago now. Almost 37 years ago. And I grew up here, but I lived in Ukraine for the first 12 years of my life. Hi, Ramavatar. Hello. Oh, I'm going to hook up my comments here so I can read them from my screen and not have to do this and squint at my phone. I am going two platforms at the same time. So please don't judge the sound. I tried to use a microphone. Trust me, I have all kinds of microphones here. It never worked for me. So the best thing is for me to just speak up and be loud. Baka90 says, hello from Serbia. Can I apply for an O visa as a resort manager? No, you cannot. Absolutely not. You'd have to show that you are like the best resort manager of all the managers. You have articles written about you. You have medals, accomplishments. Maybe like you've judged, competitions. Then you can show the O visa. Simon Palash says, "Good evening, ma'am. Hello, good evening. Hello from Maria Margolich. Thank you for watching again. Thank you so much. Sandy toes, salty hair, the sound is good. Very much appreciated. Thank you for watching. Please write in the comments where you're watching me from. And if you are an immigrant, where did you come from and where do you live now? So just to finish talking about myself here, I went to school here. I went to NYU undergrad. I went to Fordham Law School. I'm a lawyer, not some consultant, not some paralegal. I run my own law firm. I have 3 other lawyers working for me. We have a bunch of other legal staff in person and remote, right? And I'm here because I am one of you guys. I feel a great closeness and affinity to my immigrants, followers, friends, and I'm an immigrant. Even if I've lived here as many years as I have, I still feel an immigrant, like I'm an immigrant. And the biggest news in US now have to do with immigration, unfortunately, because this administration has been very cruel and very determined about deporting as many people as they think is right. And it seems like they just want to deport everybody, no questions asked. They don't have any emphasis on the legality, how legal, how constitutional, how proper, according to the laws of this country, this action is. It's all about, deporting people that supposedly all came under Biden. Well, not everybody came under Biden. Nasir says, I'm from Ghana and I'm watching you from New York. Oh, welcome. Please make an appointment. Our phone number is in the contact. Do you guys like my ring here? This I bought, it's an antique ring. I don't know if you could see it here. It's called the poison ring. I'm really enjoying it. You could put something in it. It opens like a little box and it has like that little stone on it that's called like the snake eye stone. And I could probably put my blood pressure pill in here if I forget to take it and then just take it. But in the old days, they used things like this, I think, poison to poison kings. I'd like to poison some people, but I will not do it because I'm a lady. So, good morning from Praja Patpakalpesh 9962. How are you and good morning? Welcome. Thank you for watching. So, enough about me. Let us talk about the news. The news this morning, there's so much, but since we didn't really get to talk about this last week, it happened after my show already last week. Let's talk about the murder by ICE in the middle of the streets in Minnesota of an American woman, US citizen. Her last name was Good. Let me get her full name. Renee Nicole Good. I want to call her by her name because she is a human being. She was a U.S. citizen, born in America. American as it comes with a last name that's an American name. Her last name was Good. She became a symbol now. It's not been that long. It's been about a week, but she's been a symbol now of ICE overstepping their powers and abusing their powers. She was in the street. It's questionable if she was blocking ICE cars, ICE SUVs, or she just happened to be like stuck in a place where she tried to go around. They tried to tell her, get out of the car. They yelled at her. She told them, you're doing horrible things. You shouldn't be doing this. She was an award-winning poet. She wrote poetry. And she was shot dead by a federal immigration agent in Minneapolis. She was 37 years old and a mom of 3 kids who just moved to the city. She was with her partner. Looks like LGBTQ, but who cares? She was there supposedly from the city leaders of Minneapolis as a legal observer of ICE activities. And Trump, when he found out what happened, called her a domestic terrorist instead of being concerned and saying, we will investigate, right? They said she was a domestic terrorist. We're not going to investigate this. She almost killed this ICE agent. And there's now a fundraiser for her family that's already over, like, I think $2 million at this point. She was originally from Colorado Springs. And she basically tried to resist peacefully. I don't think she meant to kill and run over that officer who shot her. He didn't have to shoot her in the face. He didn't have to shoot her in the body. He could have shot at the car. He could have, done something to avoid standing in front of her car. There's no reason why he stood in front of her car. If they were so afraid of her, if he thought she was a domestic terrorist, why did he put himself in front of her car? But they weren't afraid of her. They thought that they could basically use her, and they did, and they killed her. Now, this caused huge protests in Minnesota, across the United States, and really across the world, saying, why is this happening? Why? Like, what's going on? Why are you so nasty? Why are you so cruel to immigrants? Why? Um, Hello from Maria. I said hello already. Um, Veer says he's a storekeeper. We can't help you with the visa. You need a sponsor. Sitar says I'm Indian. Uh, Safraf says I'm from Pakistan. Hello, hello. Uh, Manish says it's a beautiful ring. Thank you so much. Um, Anastasia says so beautiful. Thank you so much. Uh, Ovir says it's good thing to maintain blood pressure. I agree. Because with this job that I have, I need something to help me maintain my blood pressure. Um, Yumi says, thank you. I like you. You're beautiful. Um, oh my God. Navdeep is really being mean here. Please. Um, Okay, Manan has a question. Why is the visa bulletin for India in the F4 category not changing? Because this administration is now making it a priority to push this visa bulletin along to make it quicker. That's why it's so slow. They're not trying to get more immigrants, let's be honest. Okay, so let's continue with the news. I told you about some big with Minnesota. There's like protests in Minnesota. A lot of celebrities, a lot of famous people, a lot of lawyers have spoken out against what's happening in Minnesota. But it looks like they're attacking Somalians in Minnesota. Minnesota has a lot of Somalians, but also a lot of Latinos live there. And a lot of bad things are happening there because these ICE officers are not properly trained. Unlike, let's say, if you're a street police officer, like if you're a regular police officer, they give you years of training, you're constantly trained. These ICE people were basically just hired like yesterday. They usually work at the border, they don't work the streets. They don't even have jurisdiction to work on the street. They're not allowed to be like police officers on the street. There's somebody reporting in Twin Cities that the police rammed his car. They're doing horrible things. They're doing crime, and nobody's checking them. Nobody is stopping them because this administration gave them carte blanche and allowed them to do whatever they want. They crashed into a Minnesota man's car and then questioned his immigration status just blocks from where poor Renee Good was shot and killed there. And just stopping everybody. They're doing across U.S. That's at trucking, weighing stations. They're just stopping cars, doing checkpoints, check for status. And now the new thing is they're saying they might be hiring private people, private citizens to help them collect information. So they'll be going door to door collecting information about immigration status, which is completely unconstitutional and illegal. We'll see if that develops. Um, let's see what else. Um, it says that U.S. is set to suspend visa processing for dozens of countries, according to a person familiar with the matter, like somebody from the Department of State. It's supposed to be one of the most extreme moves in Trump's immigration crackdown. U.S. is freezing visa processing indefinitely for 75 countries, not like the 32 they mentioned. 75 countries, including. This is people coming in from outside with new visas. They're freezing countries like Brazil and Nigeria and Afghanistan, Iran, Russia, and Somalia already has a very low chance of getting a visa. And this is even more countries that are having their visas frozen. This move comes after Trump threatened further visa restrictions after an Afghan national shot two National Guard Washington late last year. He also moved to end TPS for Somalia. It was also happening in Minnesota. If you're here, I recommend filing for asylum because I don't think that there's much other, options. The state of Minnesota filed a lawsuit against Trump's administration. Um, Minnesota and Twin Cities of Minneapolis filed a federal lawsuit Monday seeking to block a major immigration enforcement push by U.S. Customs Enforcement, arguing that operation is unlawful, politically motivated, and in light of what happened and how a woman was shot unfairly, illegally in the middle of the street in Minnesota. A lot of people are saying that no new immigrants and blocking immigration is going to be very bad for economy, the birth rate of U.S. There will be jobs that only young people, usually immigrants, can fill. And as our American population gets older, retires, not able to fill these jobs, we're going to have problems with everything from farming to anything that requires physical work where young people are needed. Um, a whistleblowers report. So this is somebody who kind of snitched on USCIS. It's saying the USCIS is circumventing going around the court order that requires the agency, USCIS, to give immigrants their immigration records within the legal timelines. They've rejected thousands of requests for immigrant alien files under the FOIA Act. And this is not great, but we push on. We move on and we do our best. Um, Me and my social butterflies. Is there a chance to get a visa from Russia if the person has been here for the last five? Oh, if the person was here last 5 years ago and went back. Right now, as I just explained about the news, a lot of countries are getting their visa processes completely stopped and paused because of what's happening. Okay, so now is the time of my show where I say to you, if you have questions, if you want me to respond, post them in the comments. I will answer them for the next 20 minutes or so, and then we will move on with our day, and hopefully I will wish you to have a great week. Let's see, do you guys have any questions that you'd like for me to address? I don't sponsor anyone, no one for visas. I only do the paperwork for the visa. I don't invite workers here. I don't sponsor. I'm only the person who does the papers and the visa, okay? All right. Okay, let's see if we have any questions online. Sayed Qasim says he is from Raza and Qatar. Welcome. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much. A lot of people are asking for my personal number. I don't give out my number. I'm an immigration lawyer. I'm here to help with visas. I guess I will have to speak more about rules because you guys are taking your time to answer my question. Um, South China Morning Post reposts American news as saying at least 4 immigrants have died in immigration monthly. So, being held by either ICE or in jail for immigration violations. 4 people died since the beginning of this year while held by U.S. immigration. There are 2 people from Honduras, one from Cuba, and one from Cambodia. It happened between January 3 to January 9, and they're now holding about 69,000 people in ICE detention. They're expecting the numbers to rise following the massive ICE funding, so more money they received from Congress. We will see what happens. Good evening to Muni MB Hansel. Hi. Hi to Karan. Do you guys have any questions about your immigration case? I am here to answer them, not necessarily like legal advice, but to answer your questions. I guess not. I don't see much questions here. I'm waiting for my regulars to join a little bit because I feel like they do have questions they can help. Baka 90 says, I lived and worked on J1 6 years ago in US. How can I come back? I think that you should look for a sponsor, but I also think that a lot of countries are going to freeze the US visa process for now. Other driver jobs in the US from Tazir, Masood. There are some. I know a lot of people who have a work permit, but they're in status work for Uber here. So yes, like a taxi service. All right, I see that there's not much questions here. I'm going to wrap up. We talked about the news. I will talk about this more in my following show. This will be recorded and it will be on my accounts. You can watch later from the beginning. And I would love to see you guys soon. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Thank you for watching. Love you all very much. Bye bye.